Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is a cold January 28th, 2019, and I gotta give a shout out to my man Cornelius Broaddax for this song request. Common, You Black Maybe. I haven't heard this one in a long time, so thanks for that song pick today, brother. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to the Max Coin Project. I'm in that Telegram room right now. But we are going to be talking about two topics. One being Tangem, this company I actually covered maybe about a year and some change ago, because they had done the first physical paper Bitcoin, and I thought that was very key and very good milestone for cryptos, because those who are critical of Bitcoin say this, and even more so the precious metals people, they say there's no physical form of cryptocurrencies. Well, Tangem did this. They rolled it out in Singapore. I'll try to make sure I find the video and maybe link at least the article so you can see it. But this was a very critical and good step forward for cryptocurrencies, because now we're checking off one more box as far as what the naysayers say about this being an anti-fragile type of network. And I think it is. I think it's very anti-fragile. Today, though, we're going to be talking about what Tangem is doing in the Marshall Islands. They've actually teamed up with them, and they're issuing the first physical banknotes, first digital physical banknotes. And we're going to take a look at that. It's based on blockchain, it's fully decentralized, and is actually the first digital national currency. Estonia tried to do it, but got shot down by the ECB because they're still part of the EU. So Mario Draghi was like, nah, ain't having that. So that didn't happen in Estonia, but looks like Marshall Islands will be the first. Let's see if something happens before they actually launch. We'll take a look at the details there. And then secondly, yes, we are heading towards the longest Bitcoin correction. I've been in Bitcoin since late 2012, but I can only find record of my first transactions in March of 2013 from BitInstant. So that's kind of what I use as a marker. I'd say I've been in Bitcoin since early 2013. I remember in November 2013-ish, somewhere around there, we started a bear market, and we went long in that bear market. We really did. And so I was saying this at the beginning of 2018, that you could just sense, if you've been in cryptos for a while, you could sense that something was different with the sentiment. You know, good news was coming out, but yet we were still selling the rips and not buying the dips. So we're gonna look at this. It's different this time, and when I say it's different, I don't mean in a good way though. I think it's different in a bad way this time with this bear market, because Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have nominally more money or capital invested this time. So there's more money lost by a long shot. I think we're probably going to stay in this one a little bit longer, just because there's a lot more money lost from an absolute standpoint. You got to take a look at it from an absolute standpoint, not so much percentage wise. So again, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of cryptos, in my opinion. It's just you got to set your expectations in the proper way. That way you can make better decisions while you're in it. So jump over, before we get started, to cryptoblood.io if you're still interested in that BitMEX algo, automated algo service. All you do is sign up, plug and play, and it starts to trade for you. I now can show the updated view, both the Bitcoin USD and Ethereum versus USD trading pairs. These are the two actively trading pairs that you will have access to via your BitMEX account. Again, all automated, and you can take a look at the performance of these. And what I really like from a performance perspective for Ethereum is the profit factor is very high, 310% returns, or $46,000 profits in 2018 with an initial investment of $15,000. And so that is going to be a little bit less, most likely, once you add in commission. But we only traded 82 times, so commission is not going to make that big of a dent. You also have some funding costs in there, maker and taker fees or whatnot, but still you're probably looking at somewhere around 250%, 260% returns, adding all of that in there at 5% per trade. So not even very aggressively trading it. I mean, this is aggressive for if you're comparing it to traditional trading, right? You shouldn't trade more than 2% per trade. But with BitMEX, 5% is still very low, considering how many people blow their accounts out trying to trade 30, 40, and 50%, or even 100% on one trade. Crazy. That's how you get tapped out the game really quickly. You may win once or twice, but keeping that type of behavior will definitely blow your account out fast. So check it out. CryptoBlood.io. I'll leave a link in the description of this video as well. There are deep discounts if you sign up for 6 and 12 month. So check those out as well at the bottom. Yeah, CryptoBlood.io, people. Check it out. So let's take a look at that market cap. 112 today we are currently at. I haven't done a video in 4 days. And man, in those 4 days, we just dropped crazily. We really took a plunge. So now I'm thinking we're going to try to test 100 again, or very close to it is my concern here. And if we take a look at the algo, technically looking at Bitcoin on Coinbase, you'll see a lot of sideways movement here, guys. We couldn't, I mean, for what is this, like 18 days. Yeah, we've been sideways for almost 18 days, guys. Finally some action here. And as you can see, we did pick up on this long. If it would have actually broken out and gone somewhere, we would have really taken a nice profit, but we didn't take much of a profit, little profit here on this long. But then we did go short here yesterday. So we're still in this short position here, guys. We're probably going to take a little bit off the table soon. But the great trade we had and took profit on was a trade we were in for a while here. We were short Ethereum USD, kept going up and down, not really, much movement here. But as you can see, we took profit on the first short right there. And then a couple of hours later, we went back short at 113. And boom, we took that all the way down to here, guys. So that was an excellent trade. Two shorts back to back. Good trades there, taking profits on. And we're talking about, I don't know if we sold at the, top, I can't tell right now. If we sold at the top, that's 7.2%. We sold at the bottom of this bar, that's about another 1% on top of that, so about 8.9%. But all in all, I mean, if you had 10,000 in this position on leverage, that would have been a $700 trade there for you. So good trade. Couple of trades there. This one was a good trade as well. I think this was from here to here was about 4.3% taking profit there on that one. So yeah, we're neutral right now, but I just wanted to show you guys that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first article. It's not looking good though, as far as technically speaking. We broke some critical levels, so we'll just have to see what happens from here. Algo is always trading though, so we don't have to worry too much about which way we're going to go. We'll let my system guide on that. First article though is out of Blocked, and it's about the Tangem company and the partnership they're doing with the Marshall Islands. It says here, Tangem will produce blockchain-based physical banknotes for the Marshall Islands. So it says here, smart card wallet maker Tangem announced today that it will be issuing physical banking notes of the sovereign currency for the Marshall Islands. The physical banknotes will be based on blockchain technology, enabling cheap, fast, and global transactions for the users. It says this is the first digital national currency. When it is issued in the form of physical banknotes by Tangem, it will become the second official legal tender of the Republic of Marshall Islands. They are already using the US dollar as legal tender within their jurisdiction. The blockchain technology can help in bringing faster and cheaper transactions to the people. It will also enable instant transaction validation and zero fees. With the launch of the physical banknotes, users will not need an internet connection to make a transaction. The off-chain physical circulation of the banknotes will remove the technical infrastructure burden for the authorities. So how it works, the Tandem card will now become a physical banknote and will come with a secure blockchain-enabled microprocessor inside it. It will provide the advantages of a banknote while having the security of blockchain-based systems. These notes will be 100% secure, decentralized, and transparent. They will also represent a controllable mechanism of currency issue and circulation. So the minister of the island said here, "We are excited to bring in Tangem as another reputable and forward-thinking partner on our journey to create the world's first sovereign digital currency. Tangem will help us ensure all citizens, including those living on more remote outer islands, are able to easily and practically transact using SOV." Now, I just want to say, it says this is decentralized, but that I don't think that means that they don't have control over it from a fiat perspective. I think it's still a fiat issued currency, so let's not get it twisted, guys. But this is good news for them, at least stepping away from the dollar, from the US dollar. And you'll see more and more countries doing this. So what do you guys think about this? Is this a good move? Is this something, though, that the US will come and come at their necks about again? Because I told you they tried to do a digital cryptocurrency before and it got shot down. So I'm not sure how this is different in any manner, but hey, we'll see what happens if the long arms of the SEC or any other agency in the U.S. can come in and intervene in this move. Do you think that will happen, or do you think this is another mechanism that is just going to be used to suppress the citizens? It's not really detailed as far as this article talking about the actual technology underlying, like what blockchain are they using? Is it a proprietary one, or is it one that is already used by the public? So let me know your thoughts about this. I thought this was an interesting article and definitely something to highlight in our blockchain industry. This is a big move, though, whether you like it or not. The second article, guys, is out of News BTC, and it is about Bitcoin, and it's soon breaking the record for its longest correction ever. So it talks about the past year being a difficult one for everyone involved in cryptocurrencies, and the markets are now reaching a point that will mark the longest ever Bitcoin price correction in the cryptocurrencies, while albeit brief history. For investors who have been riding the markets ever since Bitcoin hit nearly 20,000 in late 2017, they will soon be able to say that they have survived the longest cryptocurrency market correction, which may someday be even seen as a badge of honor and separates the true believers in the technology from the speculators. So it says here, currently the longest ever crypto bear market was seen between November of 2013 and January of 2015, where Bitcoin's price climbed to highs of over 1,100, that's Mt. Gox, and before crashing as low as $178. I was there at that time period, guys, very active in the crypto space, just as an enthusiast. And I remember 1,100 was the high on Mt. Gox's exchange, not on the other exchanges at that point. I think 980 was the high then, but 1,100 was the high on Mt. Gox. And it says, although this nearly 85% drop was significant, it's no secret that Bitcoin quickly recovered from this and surged almost continually until December of 2017, when Bitcoin reached highs of 19,000. The aforementioned drop between the late 2013 and early 2015s lasted a total of approximately 410 days before Bitcoin finally established a long-term bottom and began to recover much of its losses. The current Bitcoin market is just a matter of days away from becoming the largest or longest in its history. Josh Rager, a popular cryptocurrency analyst on Twitter, spoke about the current length of the bear market as compared to that which began in 2013, saying that Bitcoin's correction record on February 2nd, we are likely to break the record for longest Bitcoin correction, 410 days. And that's from the days I mentioned above, guys. Although the cryptocurrency markets are undeniably in a very different position today than they were in 2015, if the current pricing action continues to closely mirror that of 2015's, the market could be nearing a long-term bottom that will spark a new long period of accumulation before the markets begin to rise again. So what do you guys think? With this long bear market, I do want to say this too, because this is something that I saw earlier today. I think on the Kirby Crypto, Gentlemen of Crypto show, they were talking about I think Liqui exchange, crypto exchange is about to close down, and from illiquidity. How about that? Your name is Liqui and you're closing because of illiquidity. Anyway, I think you're going to see probably more of this, but that just shows you that there's more capital invested this time around. You've got more exchanges. So the capital destruction that we're going to see from this, that we're seeing, I should say, from this bear market, it's going to have a longer effect on the industry as a whole versus when in 2013 we hit that bear market. I mean, you may have had a couple of exchanges close, but they were closing because of hacks and running off with money and stuff like that. Not so much because of operationally they couldn't sustain themselves, because there was less money invested, less capital invested in those time periods back then, where you could run your operation with very little infrastructure costs or capital costs there. So that's a different story today. So you're going to have those. That's going to be an issue that we're going to see as we get through this bear market. A lot of companies are going to not be able to survive. A lot of ICOs, but also a lot of exchanges. Liqui is not going to be the last for sure. It's definitely not going to be the last. So you guys, let me know your thoughts about that. What are your sentiments about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and this correction? I mean, we've only got a few more days here. What does it say? February 2nd. So not too many days left for that to happen here, and we will be in the longest bear market in Bitcoin. So it is definitely a badge of honor if you're still around. More people know about this crash or this bear market this go around versus in 2013 through 15. But accumulate, learn. And I've always been a proponent, start a business in this space. The best time to start is in a bear market, not in a bull market. So that's my 2 Satoshis for today. Really, guys, let me know your thoughts on both of these articles. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And shout out to my man Cornelius again for that song request. Common, you black? Maybe. I'm black. Ain't no maybe about that. It's your boy Crypto Blood. And I'm out of here. My 2 Satoshis for January 28th, 2019. Holla!